another episode of Super Reaction Bros. I'm Krista.
Christopher.
And on today's episode, we're taking a look at the official Season 1 trailer for Carnival Row. It feels like we've been talking about this for months now, and it's finally coming out.
We're finally getting all these teasers, and now we're finally getting the first full trailer for the series.
So,
thanks to
Steve Feinberg, which, by the way, I don't think you're fine. Apparently, the basic premise. Okay, we've already been in this plot. Basically, world where fantasy creatures are now an endangered species. A human in this big.
They're treated like immigrants now, pretty much.
Yeah, are in this like big. This Orlando Bloom plays a detective investigating the deaths via the serial killers going around killing a bunch of people. I believe a bunch of fantasy creatures, I believe. Mm-hmm. So it's up to him as well as his old flame from during the war to investigate who done it.
Who done it? And the last trailers that we kept getting, it's like it's showing as if pretty much they both thought each other were dead until they all, it's like until everything comes together in this not town but more of the city pretty much, and they finally run into each other, but now it's like they have to work together.
Yeah, and based on the featurettes we got, it's definitely keeping with the whole like nowadays people going with a darker fantasy tone, like another show I can think of is like what the magicians do.
Yeah, exactly. It's the type of thing where it's like, we're not saying you always have to go dark, but it's the type of thing where you have to have a good twist to get to people's attention for a good story. Sometimes you need to twist and bend some rules here and there to make it work. It's like. Again, it's like besides...
Like, there's one shot of a guy with his entrails out and shit.
Exactly. So it's like you have... Again, like we said, like you mentioned that other... What was it? The other film or show you said? Magicians. How dark that gets. And then, especially with the film, even... I hate to make the comparison, but it's not closely related, but it's as close as you're going to get to it. But, Bright. Where it's like they try to mix up the fantasy creatures and now, modern times and stuff like that.
Or in
how dark they're getting.
Or in their equivalent of modern times.
Yeah, and their equivalent of this time.
Watch, this is secretly a prequel to Bright.
Yeah, somehow. But that's what that's what this is, and that's what's really. It's starting to grab our attention a little bit more and more every time. But let's just dive right into this and take a look at the first official full trailer for Amazon Prime's Carnival Row Season 1. So here we go.
I still haven't seen Bright. Okay, that's what we got pretty much from the featurettes.
The chaos of wars brought a new wave of refugees to these shores.
Hey, he's in it too.
They will never accept us. They will never understand us.
It's time for a fresh start. Go to know now, do you? Know what? Philo's alive.
Charged with finding the man responsible for these attacks.
You're alive. You left me in the ashes of my homeland. This is where it goes.
She's still out there.
She was taken by something unnatural. Neither man nor fae.
Maybe a new type of creature.
She must be. I was going to get her killed. They don't know the truth about you.
The man's no better than the pain he's caused the people he loves and what he's willing to do to set it right.
Definitely explains a lot more.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
So as far as she's concerned, he left her there to die, pretty much.
Yeah, because that's why it's like you left me there, pretty much. Even though it's like what happened to him. It's like he got separated from her, just because.
They'll probably build it's obviously gonna like
Build it back
continue.
up, yeah.
They're building back up to like explaining and stuff like that. So it does seem like there's something out there, though they can't find out if it's man or fantasy creature. They don't know exactly what the hell it is.
They don't know what it is, but it feels
But
like
it's killing off other.
Feels like it's a new type of creature that's approaching them. You know, type of thing.
Yeah, it'll be ironic if it was like a man turned into who's transformed into a fantasy creature. That would be an interesting twist.
Yeah, it'd be a very interesting twist. Maybe he found a way to turn himself into one of them, but there was a bigger twist to it.
Yeah, he kind of Frankenstein himself, and he's all rage monster or something.
Or maybe it gave him more than he was expecting what he can do.
Yeah, but the show looks good. Freaking Cara Delevingne and even Orlando Bloom are great actors. So like them on top of like the rest of the cast they have attached to this, they look good. I mean, you should see where to go beyond the season 1. Maybe the serial killer is a part of a greater conspiracy or something like that. But I should see where to go beyond if it gets picked up for a second season.
Now, I know we usually do this with a lot of our TV shows, and this what this is. What do you give this by the end of it? Pretty much since we now see the first official trailer for it overall, what do you give it pretty much? Do you give it like a second season watch or first 3 episodes? What do you think?
I don't know.
Or is it's just something that you don't know if you actually...
I'm not sure at the moment. It's just I have so much other stuff I'm behind on right now, so... If most, I can I'll add it to my list, but I can't give you a definitive answer right now.
So just add it to your list for now, but not just, it's not like I have to watch right now. It's like,
perhaps, I guess I can give it at least some kind of answer. If maybe it gets picked up for a second season, then I'll probably jump on it a bit,
But just add it, it'll be fully on your list at that time, where it's I will watch it.
I mean, it's nice, we're getting some dark fantasy shows, we're getting... dark fantasy series in general. Like we got more or less getting Return of Dark Crystal on Netflix. We're getting this show. We have next season Magicians coming up, and we even have The Witcher coming out, which is technically dark fantasy as well.
So a lot of fantasy. To me, it feels like pretty much like how we mentioned before with the whole zombie thing. It feels like fantasy's
dark
fantasy's trying to take. I think that's the next genre that's trying to come out. It's slowly trying to come out.
But yeah, I'll wait to see if it gets picked up for a second season.
Okay, I was just curious, that's all.
Yeah,
for me, I think I'm about the same way because I have a lot on my list as well.
It's really difficult to say at the moment, but that's the best answer I can give.
Yeah, same here.
But it still looks like a good show. So if you're into these dark fantasy kind of style shows, or just fan of seeing Orlando Bloom again and being Orlando Bloom again in shows like this, I think it'll be right up your alley. So other than that, if you're new to the channel, you can hit the like button. If you want to talk to us more about stuff like this, comment down below. If you want to share us around, share around. And if you like us just a little bit more than anybody else when it comes to talking about Amazon Prime original series, hit the subscribe button down below and hit that bell icon as well.
Let us know what you guys thought of this trailer overall. Is it something that you definitely wouldn't mind watching? You're going to be watching right away? You're going to give it maybe a few, maybe 1 to 2 or maybe 3 episodes to see if it will hook you in? Or you are hooked, but it's just you have, again, like us, maybe you don't have time, or maybe you have so much on your plate that you're just going to wait till second season to see if it does well enough. And then you'll be like, okay, then I'll start watching it, or just it'll be on my list, or whichever. Let us know what you guys think of this series overall. Do you think this is the next genre that's going to probably be taken over? Is a dark fantasy type of genre slowly taking over the zombie genre that's going on right now? Please just take it over. Please. Just do that now. But let us know in the comments below. But what you thought of our reaction overall. But most importantly, thank you for watching.
So until next time, I'm Krista.
I'm Christopher.
And this has been a very Orlando Bloom-filled episode of SRB.
See you
later.
Hey guys, thanks for watching.
If you want to check out our previous reactions,
as well as our other shows,
click the playlist down below.
And if you want to check us out in the social universe,
you can check us out on Twitter,
as well as Stardust,
@SuperReactBros.